Welcome back to my channel. I'm Jason Pye, and we are going to be touring one of my most recent builds right now. And I want to be informing you on some mistakes you should avoid and how to properly design your house to get the biggest bang for your buck. Let's take a look. Of course, if you haven't seen any episodes from my channel before, please go ahead, check out all the videos before. I showed this video in the foundation stage and in the framing stage. So we are finally seeing the finished version of this home. I can't wait to show you what it looks like. The first thing we do is we walk into the foyer, the entry space. This is a great spot because it's really helping us dictate where we're going to be going to, how we're going to be going. So laying out the floor appropriately is a really important aspect to knowing where you're going, okay? From a design perspective, you really want to make sure that you are clear about your rooms and how the flooring is dictating what those rooms are doing for the person walking in. The way that we laid this out is we're pulling the people into the house, and we want to get them all the way to the most important spot in the house. And as you know, the most important room in a home is this one, the kitchen. Now, if you want to pull off a kitchen just like this, here are the things you need to be aware of. Color, contrast, and function. All right, these are the most important things about a house in general, but of course in a kitchen, in my opinion, function rules all. Figure out how you're going to be using the space appropriately to fully optimize your space. The main thing you need to be aware of is what I call the triangle rule. You want to have access to 3 points of the kitchen at all times. So point 1, point 2, point 3, the fridge freezer, right? You also have microwave in there. You also have your dishwasher here. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3. You're having multiple points of contact in getting to where you need to go and making sure this is actually functional. We have a great pot filler that we've put on the back wall of our backsplash here. That's going to allow us to functionally use the kitchen a lot faster. We're not going to the sink and then jumping across. We have plenty of lighting. We have a really great white color that we put on the kitchen, but we added this wood contrast into our kitchen to make sure that it had some semblance of pop. And then of course we chose this is a quartz countertop that we used to help emphasize the gold. So we got a great gold color that came from this slab. And of course we use that to accent all of our hardware, our fixtures, and then of course a little bit of that black to help tie it all together and bring that contrast in full form. So that's the best way I can explain to you, not necessarily in all of these details, but there's a lot of ways you can build a kitchen. And this is just one of the great ones you can do so. One of my favorite things about this kitchen is normally when we're building kitchens, we usually build a little desk. I call that the mommy desk. But in this kitchen, we decided to eliminate that completely and build out a full-fledged cabinetry space in this section. Still fully functional, plenty of storage to make this a fully functional kitchen, but it's missing that mommy's desk. And the reason being is because I really think that this is actually more functional, hides the clutter, and allows you to really use this space to its full maximum potential. One of the things that we did in this kitchen that was a client add-on, meaning this house sold pre-construction. If you don't know that, you can go check out the video from before. This house was sold pre-construction. So one of the things that they added on was actually this built-in bench here. This built-in bench really, in my opinion, fully makes this kitchen feel complete. It'll have a great custom table that they're making, and it'll really just come all together. Now, in a family room, most of the time what you see is you see a centered fireplace, maybe you see some details on the side of it or something like that. But what we did is we decided to build a fully built-in custom cabinetry here. We did contrast. Again, contrast helps tremendously to make it feel larger, to make it feel bigger, to make it feel more important. If it's just a monochrome color, it's really gonna blend into the wall and kind of disappear. And that's okay sometimes. It really just depends on your goal for the fixture. But for us, we really wanted to make it pop. We wanted it to feel special. We don't have that fireplace here. So really making this feel more warm is a really important aspect to us. So again, your whole entire system can get set up in here. Put your games in here. All the games for the kids are around. You can have books lined up against the walls and it'll just look really pretty, look functional, and look great. So the materials we used here is a white oak material for the top section. And then these are custom fabricated paint grade cabinets. The flooring material is actually the same material as the cabinets. So we're using a white oak flooring material, but it's a different color. So this actually has a little bit more of a whitewash color on the flooring, and the cabinets are more of a yellow wash. The reason we go a little bit more stark on the floor is because it really helps with dirt and kind of cleanup and all the things that happen in a home. It really just helps kind of mute it all a little bit more. If you're doing a traditional home, wainscoting is one of the things you should really be considering. It is a major expense. It does add a lot of dollars to your line item. So it's not something that necessarily you have to do. It's not important. You know, really focusing on your casing would be way more important when you're doing a traditional home. But this adds a ton of detail, and it really levels up the elegance of a home with simple details like the wainscoting, the crown molding, and then adding in all of the door casings as well, really add a huge amount of value to the home. In most homes, it really depends on how much wine you drink. I'm kidding. But you know, in a lot of the homes, we like to create some semblance of a feature piece, right? And that feature piece can be anything from a fountain to a wine wall to a bowling alley in the house, whatever it could be, whatever crazy item you can think of. There should always be something that's just a little bit special, a little bit like, hey, I want to show you this. Come check this out. In my home, this is what I have. So the reason that we add the wine wall here is to give some semblance of a little piece of character in the home that's not just a simple chair, counter, table, whatever, right? This is a wine wall, fully functional, where it'll have great LED lights. It's not in yet, but it'll brighten up the space. We did a really cool wallpaper in the back here. Fits a ton of wine, and you can have some really great fun parties here. One of the things that's really important about building a home is the consistency between the rooms. A lot of people think, oh, I really want my kitchen to look like this. I want my bathroom to look like this. I want my, bedroom to look like this. And all three ideas can be completely different. So one of the challenges that a designer is faced with is making sure that the whole entire house flows properly. You don't want to do a modern kitchen with a traditional bathroom and so on, right? You want to make sure that there are multiple pieces that are blending and fitting together to make the house feel perfect. So one of the things that everyone forgets about is the fact that the outside matters too. People don't just live in the home, they live outdoors as well, right? So you want to make sure that the functionality of the pool and the hardscape and the grass and the trees, they all pull together to make full sense. So when you can come out here, what we've done is we've made space for couches and tables. We've made a patio space. We've made a barbecue location here. And then we've made plenty of space for playing. This is a great area where we can set up a play set and have the kids play out here. Of course, we have the beautiful pool set up for the summers and the LA heat throughout the year as well. So really making sure that the outside fits with the inside. You don't want to do too modern of an outdoor space when the house is traditional. So one of the things that we did is made sure that we were keeping the outside traditional. The bluestone pavers on the coping, the detail on the concrete here, the diamond pattern is a very traditional pattern. The white stucco as opposed to a tile. So a lot of these design decisions are made based on the style of the home. And of course, I'm sure you've noticed the big opening of the door, right? This is just great where you can literally have this fully open, right? I can be in the house and still feel like I'm outside right now. So the amount of air that I'm getting, the amount of fresh air that I'm getting, the amount of light that comes in from this, all purposeful and functional. One of the eyesores that you might see in a new construction, at least in Los Angeles, I can't speak for the rest of the world, is what we have here are these rain barrels. Now, these are required by the city of LA to be installed here on every new construction house. They gather the amount of rain that's coming from your rooftops. So we have multiple of these barrels around the whole entire house, and we have our gutters coming down into these barrels and filling up the water. Are they required? 100% they're required. Are you required to keep them once you buy the house? That's up to you and your discretion. The only thing that I think you'd be required to do is install them when you go to sell the house again. I don't know if you remember through the last video, but we also spoke about this dining room, living room space. And this dining room, living room space is one of my favorite spaces because if you know anything about me, you know that I love to entertain. I have a big family. We do Sunday night dinners all the time. We even do Saturday lunches all the time. So one of the things that I love is that in this dining room, we have the ability to fully extend into the living room without anything blocking us. We have a beautiful transition space between the two rooms to identify the room spaces, but at the same time, we can fully extend the room into the living room without any issues. So I love that. I think this is a great function for allowing the ability to entertain a lot more when the mood strikes. Really quick, we'll show you as you come in from the garage. So this is our garage door. So as you come in, we have a great little mudroom set up, and we have our powder room as well. So our powder room is a quick little visit. I'll let you go inside and check it out. But it's a beautiful wallpaper, 2 sconces, an in-wall faucet, and a white oak cabinet. And again, we kept it really simple. If you remember that contrast that we were talking about in the kitchen, keeping it really simple, nice and white oak cabinets. This really makes a lot of sense, especially when you're keeping it traditional. And of course, keeping that gold theme throughout the house. Let's go. Yeah, we can show the room. This right here is our downstairs bedroom. This is our 5 bedroom. And this is really considered either a maid's quarter or the office or the playroom. I like to really have this room be available for anything, but because this is a client build, right? Because someone bought this house pre-construction, they got to customize it to do what it is they wanted. So we got this really cool light fixture in the room, got this really great black designed wallpaper installed here, and we even did a really cool outlet on the floor. So made it more functional for the desk to be in the center of the room. So that way there was more function for him to make this room feel like it was meant for him from the beginning. Go check out the bathroom. A major theme that you will see throughout the home is that white oak and the white contrast that's happening. A lot of the times you'll see that happen with wood and black, or white and black, or black and wood. This house, we're really using that wood and white contrast a lot, but we're still pulling in a lot of those colors. Like even from this light fixture, you can see we're still trying to get that brass in, and we're tying in that black. So everything is being used to tie the house together to make sure the whole flow of the home is put together well. Let's take you upstairs. So one of the best features about the upstairs is truthfully this whole area right here. We have what I call a 3/4 panel that comes up in the center wall. And then you have this really great view. Now the lighting fixture is not installed yet, So you don't really get that wow feature that you would see normally. But what you do get is this amazing feeling that this whole space feels huge, just feels massive. And really getting that space into this home, trust me, it's a feat. We also have an outdoor deck, which is letting in so much light. So not only do we have this, which just makes this feel massively expansive. Plus, it's completely separated. This half of the house is all secondary bedrooms, and this half of the house is all primary bedrooms. So let me take you through the secondary bedrooms first, and then we'll show you the master at the end. Stick around. So I don't know if you noticed, but tell me if you did, let me know in the comments down below. All 3 bathrooms and all 3 bedrooms were all unique. Did you notice that? They all have their own feature wall, their own wallpaper that told a different story about the whole entire room, their own fixtures, and we use the same colors to contrast between all of them. You have a white oak with a white top vanity, you have a white vanity with a white top, and then you have a really dark blue vanity with a white top. And of course, different tiles throughout as well that kind of played along the same values. Very fun aesthetic to play with and keeping it in the same story of the home as well. So if you noticed it, good for you. Let me know in the comments down below. Of course, if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I'd love to see you more often. Welcome to the primary bedroom. This is the showstopper, right? This is where everything comes to fruition. If you're a designer or a builder or a contractor, this is the space where you really need to focus on your finishes, on how your aesthetic is going to play into the rest of the home. Though guests are not coming in here, the people who are buying the house, the people who are living here, they want to feel special every single day they come in this room. So this is their space and you want to make them feel welcomed every single day. So go ahead, check it out. As we come in, we have 2 closets for him and her. Go ahead and check them out. Those closets were pretty great, right? Especially hers, it's massive, it's huge, all those LED lights. And then of course that contrast again, bringing his closet with the white oak, with the wood, with the dark tone on the handles and the hardware. All that stuff plays really well together. The primary bedroom right here, we will have a fixture that's coming in soon. There's a beautiful gold leafed wallpaper that we put in here as well with a little bit of a turquoise color, but the diamond pattern was really fun. And the gold, again, played really well against the room and the house. Of course, you have that same cabinetry detail that we had downstairs. Remember the cabinets in the family room? We had the white cabinets on the bottom and the white oak on the top for the kids in the family room in that whole space. We mimicked that exact same design right up here to make the house feel connected. And then let's take a look at the bathroom. This right here is the spot. If you stand right here and did a 360 across this whole entire bathroom, you would see something special in every view. My favorite 2 locations are right here. against the back window and the back wall of the shower. The reason being is because we did this really great stone that came across all the way around, book matched the back wall of this shower. And then of course, once you turn around, that same stone is the back wall, the back drop of this shower as well. So I really feel like this just completely encloses the bathroom into this really pretty aesthetic. Of course, you still have the gold, and then you have that contrast we keep talking about. A little bit of a darker charcoal black tile that came in perfectly. And I think this bathroom from all angles is just absolutely pretty. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and let me know what you think of that house. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'll be happy to answer them. So if you are looking to design your house or have your home built fully from the ground up or a full gut remodel, of course, please reach out to me. I'd be happy to help you. If you're looking to buy in the neighborhoods that I build in, reach out. I always have projects available, and I'd love to help you build one of them custom special for you. Of course, this has been Jason Pye. This is my channel, and if you have any questions, let me know down below, and I'll see you on the next video.